The chair recognizes Councilman Jones, who will present a resolution recognizing Rhonda Willingham, president and founder of MenzFit. With Ms. Willingham and those accompanying her, please join the councilman at the podium. And we have this runway presentation. And joining Councilman Jones, we have Councilwoman Blondell Reynolds Brown, Councilman Green, Councilwoman Gim, and Councilman Heenan, Councilman Taubenberger.
Yes. You up here, right? Cardi G. All right.
And Councilwoman Keona Sanchez.
So you can learn a lot about your colleagues when they're exercising their alter egos on the runway. Cardi G back here, who won. All of them who participated, motorcycles, and you learn a lot about your colleagues when you do these kinds of charitable events. And I wanted to thank all of them who participated in Who Wore It Best on the runway, and those who came who did not participate on the runway but contributed with their treasury, such as President Clark, such as Councilwoman Blackwell, who is a champion for homeless people, and also Councilman Dom, who is a kinder, gentler capitalist, who cares about poor people. So I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, it is not about who wore it best. It is about who needs it the most. The day before we did our affair, Councilman Johnson did a workshop and hearing on gun violence prevention. At that, we took a deeper dive into some of the causes of gun violence, and at its core is poverty. At its core are people who do not have jobs. So the day of the fashion show afterwards, and all of the hoopla, the next morning, me and Captain Jack Jones, who is my dog, do our constitutional walk in the morning. And I was reminded why it's not about who wore it best, but who needs it most. I ran into a young man at 53rd and Euclid. He was posted up. And for those of you who don't know urban vernacular, that means he was standing on a corner with his colleagues. He was there, and he said, "Congressman Jones." I said, no, Councilman. And so he pulled himself away from his colleagues, pulled me to the side. And his head was on a swivel, which means he's constantly in alert of any danger, police or competitors, that he has. You could always tell one of those boys, right, Mr. Councilman Johnson, when their head is on a swivel. So he says to me he did not like his lifestyle, but he felt trapped. That he worked a minimum wage job for long hours, had 2 children, and at the end of the paycheck, he had just enough maybe to buy clothes or food, and felt as a man, head of his household, less than. And I looked him up and down, you know, my head on a swivel, because I'm at 7:15 in the morning hanging out with these guys, noticed that he was poorly dressed, missing a tooth, pants hanging down, and it wasn't that he was dressed down because so was I. It was that he didn't know. He was unaware of his dress and how in an interview that is totally unacceptable. So that's why I support MenzFit. Because if you don't know what you don't know, you can't do better. If you don't know not to dress for the job you have, but to dress for the job you want, you'll never get there. So Rhonda Willingham has done this for 10 years straight. She deserves our support. Those young men, those 1,200 or so that she has saved, deserve our support. And it's not about who wore it best, it is about who needs it most. So therefore, recognizing and honoring Rhonda Willingham, president and founder of MenzFit, for aiding in the employment of thousands of men across the city of Philadelphia, hosting the annual City Council Who Wore It Best fashion show. Whereas MenzFit is a nonprofit organization that strives to influence positive change within community by providing financial literacy and career development services along with professional interview attire. This mission is to assist low-income men with long-term rewarding employment and
Now I'd like to congratulate this year's winner, Councilman Curtis Jones.
and Councilwoman Gim.
Although the people may say something different.
It's not a popular vote.
Whereas the organization originated in Washington, D.C. in 2001, in June of 2007, MenzFit opened a location in our city of brotherly love and sisterly effectiveness. The Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency noticed MenzFit's advocacy endeavors and funded their move to Philadelphia with a $250,000 grant. And
whereas MenzFit was founded by Rhonda Willingham, a Philadelphia native. Before starting the organization, Willingham worked at the Department of Labor with the Clinton Gore administration. Serving as an appointee, Willingham had a focus on public affairs and community outreach. She is a recipient of Philadelphia's own WDAS FM radio's Women of Excellence Award, and she was named a local hero when receiving Bank of America's Neighborhood Excellence Award. And whereas in Philadelphia, MenzFit has helped more than 6,100 men compete for jobs, which have created almost $54 million in taxable income. The organization is not only a nonprofit, but a movement to support underrepresented men living in low-income inner cities and helping them realize and exercise their greater personal liberty. And
whereas MenzFit offers workshop series with various focuses such as business etiquette and communications, diversity awareness, and tips on how to get through an interview with ease. Their wide range of services allows clients to excel in the professional world while obtaining self-sufficiency. And the winner of the ladies, the ladies champion on fashion.
It's Helen Gim this year.
Challenge.
Whereas MenzFit also hosts several events across the city to raise money to aid in their efforts to get men employed. One of those events is, as you've already heard, Who Wore It Best, a wonderful entertaining evening fashion show that features models from Philadelphia City Council. MenzFit 2016 fashion show featured our council members Jones, Green, O, Squilla, Heenan, and Councilman Johnson. The 2017 fashion show did feature styles from the women of Philadelphia City Council. And to the 2017 winner, Councilwoman Gim.
Whereas job hunting is extremely challenging for most people. However, it is more demanding when a job applicant lacks confidence or is unable to present what is considered an acceptable business image for employment. MenzFit has proven to be the leading Philadelphia organization of its kind by taking an active and innovative role in assisting the underserved population, especially in this increasingly competitive job market. Now, therefore, be it
resolved by the City Council of the City of Philadelphia that hereby recognize and honors Rhonda Willingham, President and founder of MenzFit, for aiding in the employment of thousands of men across this city and for hosting the annual Philadelphia City Council Who Wore It Best fashion show, which I did not win. Further be resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to Rhonda Willingham and MenzFit as further evidence of the sincere admiration and gratitude of this legislative body.
And the chair recognizes Ms. Willingham for remarks.
Wow, this is exciting. As many times as I have come to the city council meeting, I never thought that I would be standing up here in front of you to talk about something that's very, very dear to my heart is actually my ministry, which is MenzFit, and I'm so thankful and thrilled and grateful, and I know that I speak for the rest of the team and the members of the board of directors for MenzFit when I say thank you. Not only to the city council members here that participated this year and last year. Also, I want to thank Council President Darrell Clark. I want to thank the mayor. He also came to our event and is also a supporter of ours. So I wanted to make sure that I recognized everyone. Kenyatta Johnson has been just a wonderful advocate for MenzFit, and I'm looking forward to working with those council members that I have not built an intimate relationship with, but I'm looking forward to doing that as we move forward into 2018. We've got a lot of things planned for next year, and you've heard from the council folks on the stage about the number of men that we've suited, the number that we've helped. The guys that we work with come from homeless shelters, they come from job training programs, they come from welfare to work programs, some of them are veterans, but a large majority of our clients are returning citizens, and that's a population that most people typically don't work with, and it's been difficult for them to get a second chance. We talk about a second chance, but in all actuality, it's very hard for them to get employment. So one of the focuses of our program for next year is that we will be focusing heavily on the returning citizens. So we're looking at doing some things within the Department of Corrections where we will actually be going into some of the state correctional facilities and starting our workshops 60 to 90 days before gentlemen are released, so that we can give them, so we really can give them a hand up and not a handout as they prepare to leave prison. So we're excited about that, and I'm just thrilled to be here. I'm a little girl from West Philly, born and raised. So when I started MenzFit back in Washington, one of the first cities on our expansion tour was obviously my home city, Philadelphia, and I'm so happy, I'm thrilled. Thanks again to everyone up here for honoring MenzFit and really recognizing the good work that we do. So we all are our brother's keeper. So thank you very much.
Council will be at ease.